let's go back to our drawing board of life. For a moment, we will just reflect and ask to ourselves a few questions, which we have been asking. So, silently, sometime covertly, overtly, we ask some guru, we ask somebody, we ask some elders, we do that. So we will do that a little bit as a preamble to why and what this Sanatana Dharma is. So there are certain fundamental questions that many of us have. This has nothing to do with the demographics, nothing to do with whether somebody is male or a female or a Malayali or it doesn't bother about the varna or the ashrama, doesn't bother about the nationality. Also, we have certain questions, and all of us have these questions. Let me just put those questions. What constitutes good living? Because people tell me, and they quite often say, sir, I am a very ethical and a very moral person. I don't do anything unethical. I lead a life of morality. I am very helpful to others. I am very compassionate. So, is that fine? Is that what constitutes good living? So we need to understand the parameters of good living. This question comes to us, and we have developed these ideas. We can only see it in a more formal sense. But more importantly, there is a vast majority of people, educated people particularly, I have seen, what they think is if you are very ethical, if you are very moral, all that I have mentioned there, you're very helpful, compassionate, and so on, that's it. You have reached the pinnacle of life. It is not clear whether that is that what it is. We use the word Janma Sapalya. Is this the Janma Sapalya? That you lead a very ethical and moral life, and I'm very helpful to others and compassionate and so on. You should go and read Chandogya Upanishad. There is one passage in Chandogya Upanishad where it talks about how the soul, in the future Janmas, how it moves. If somebody does all these, I don't want to say what the Chandogya Upanishad says now, but if you go and read, you will find out how far you have gone. So is goodness of living equal to completeness of living? Is there something like saying, I have led a complete life? This is a question we have, and for this we need answers, and there are answers in different ways. We need to know that. Is it that if I am merely ethical, moral, helpful, and compassionate, that's the end of the story, or do I have something more in life? So this is a very fundamental question that we have. We need to answer this. We need to develop clarity on this issue, because once we develop clarity on this issue, then the life purpose and goal actually sets for us. So that drives many choices that we make in life. Otherwise, the choices are a function of what is that mission of life that we tell to ourselves. This is at a much higher level. Let's go to a slightly lower level. Let us not just confine ourselves to such a higher level. Let's go to more serious things. So therefore, the question is there a framework for me to resolve these issues? What is good living? When can I say I have fulfilled, it was worth living? Janma Sapalya Abhavat. Kada Vaktum Shaknumah Vayam. When can we really say, yes, it's all done? Is there a framework? This is one fundamental question all of us will have. But to go at a more mundane level, because there are lots of questions and dimensions of life on which we need clarity. So I have just taken a unit of analysis as an individual, and let us see this individual. I have taken 4 dimensions, as you see here. Let's take the personal dimension first. Now, there are questions that I keep asking myself. Am I on the right path? Am I doing right things? I think from time to time we have these kind of questions that crop up in our mind. If not, we ask explicitly to somebody, we do ask to ourselves. Am I on the right path? Am I evolving over time? Certainly I am getting aged. That I'm not asking about that. Age is not an evolution. Age is a matter of deterioration. Adityaihi gatarah samkshiyate jivitam samsaraihi bahu karya gurubihi khalopi nagyayate. That's what Bhartrihari says. So age means we are shrinking. We are not evolving. We are just counting the, it's like a pot with a hole and the water is dripping out of it. Binna udaka, binno udaka. That's what they say. It is a pot which is cracked and water leaking out. So I'm not talking about that. Have I evolved? What is this meaning of evolution? Is there from cradle to grave? from mother's womb to the tomb. Is there a way by which I can say I'm actually evolving, which partly answers, am I on the right path? Then how to make sense of happenings? There are things, so many things happen to me. Sometimes I'm very perplexed. I even throw my hands and then say, these ought not to be happening to me. Why is it happening to me? We spend a lot of time on these. The mind gets into a chatter. It rattles, it wanders all over the place and so on. So these kinds of questions are all there. We need ways by which we can even make sense of these questions. Go to the professional dimension. We are all, useful to the society. We have to be useful to the society. That's my meaning of professional. Professional doesn't mean taking a job or anything like that. It means I have some skills and I have to, do something for the society. So the question is, in whatever chosen profession that I am in, what are my priorities? And today, every youngster asks this question: What are my goals of life? It's a big question. You ask any person today, what is the goal of your life? Then they will say, I have to do this, I have to become a CEO, I have to make money. So many things are there. I think they are real questions for which we need answers. Are the answers that we know are the ones we practice today, or are there something more than that? And when to step out of something? This is one of the biggest problem that we face today. People who are all working, moment they retire, their morale and all their thing nosedives because they have not prepared themselves to step out. We should know when to step out. And if you want to understand when to step out, the best thing is Kalidasa's Raghuvamsha. Raghunam Anvayam Vakshe. There are 4 shlokas, beautiful shlokas. He says, Yogatyante Tanutyajam. That's what it ends finally. What do you do in Yavane? What do you do in Kaumare? What do you do? Satyaya Midabashinam. All that are there. The Kalidasa so beautifully says, he is only saying there is a way by which you should be able to know when to step out of what and go where. And what next? These questions we do face in life. And we need, rather than answering all these questions on a knee-jerk basis, we need a formal mechanism by which we want to answer these questions. Then there is this society. When I say I'm an individual, when I talk about a society, it starts from my family. My notion of society starts from my family and then gets into the samaja. So how am I related to the society? These questions, sometimes come in our mind. How am I related to the society? What kind of obligations do I have? What should I do? What should I not do? Is there something which I must do at a certain point in my life? So these kind of questions also are there for us, and we need some ways to get a little clarity. I'm not saying we're not answering any of these. Maybe we are, and of course we are. I'm only saying if there is a framework in which we can plug all these questions and link it to some nice ideas, maybe there is a little more conviction, little more clarity, all that can happen. Of course, there is a spiritual dimension. So the questions are, where from I came and where do I go? This is a very, very important question. Did I just came out of just simple sensual thing between the 2 parents? No. And where do I go? What happens? Iha and para, what happens? Where do I go? Will I come again? Why? And how? And more importantly, do I have a say in the process? I think these are all very important questions. And all these questions are in our mind. They prop up at different points in time, depending upon the situation. For example, when we are in a very bad state of mind, we are very dejected, then, where do I go? Where from I came? These kinds of questions will come. Sometimes when we are in a very happy mood, then we will say, what are my priorities and goals of life? So many things. And when you are in a general reflective mode, maybe you will ask, am I on the right path? Am I evolving over time? So these kinds of questions are very natural to us because these are the dimensions of our life. And we need ways by which we can make sense of these questions or make sense of what comes out of some of the answers that we can have. To that extent, we will be able to carry on our life maybe in a little more informed, maybe in a little more enlightened way, and so on.